were over, I would have had it.
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm going for the sweep.
Near. Oh, let's go, baby.
Welcome, BiggerPockets fans, to The Price of the Property is Wrong, sponsored by our good friends over at RentToRetirement. This is the game show where we test the abilities of our contestants and have them guess how much these properties actually cost. Today, we're joined by two friends of the show and business partners, Christian Osgood and Cody Davis. How you fellas doing today?
Doing fantastic.
Now, as I understand, y'all have both done quite a bit of work together. So, Christian, can you tell us a little bit about your partnership over the years?
Cody and I specialize in long-term rentals. So we're buy and hold, multifamily, mostly in Central Washington. Our only short-term rental, we actually do have a seller finance resort, but we're creative finance guys, about 150 total units. And that includes about 20 cabin resort in Union, Washington. And that is our only STR experience. So this will be fun today.
Awesome. And Cody, tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
Yeah, so I got started back in real estate about 4 years ago with a zero down seller finance 12-plex, scaled that up alongside Christian over the last 2 years together as partners. But the first 2 years were on my own, figuring out the space, buying on and off market seller finance multifamily.
Well, both of you are BiggerPockets podcast veterans, but we're going to see how you perform in today's game show. As everyone knows, we have a theme for every episode, and today's episode are huge getaways. Today, we're going to be looking at massive vacation homes in booming vacation destinations. Let's jump into property number one. Getting right into it, our first property is a little different. This is a current build, so we're going to guess the price of the land for this large short-term rental, okay? So the location, Park City, Utah. Purchase year, 2022. The bed bath count is currently non-existent because it's land only, but it's anticipated to be a 4-bedroom home, 4.5 bath that will sleep 12. And the square footage is going to be 4,403. Okay, so you're going to be guessing the price of the land. We're going to start with you, Christian.
Oh boy. Okay, so we have a big house. Do we have the acres on how much land this was?
I don't actually think we do. We just have what the house is anticipated to be, right?
Okay. This is perfect. So the good news is on this, I only know nothing about the area, the land value, or that asset type. So this is going to be excellent. The land price that I am going to guess, I'm going to say they picked up the land for that. That is a stellar location for $950,000.
Okay, great. So they're building a luxury home out here in Park City, Utah. As you can tell, it's 4,400 square feet, amazing views. You think they picked up this little lot here for 900 and how much?
I'm going to say 950.
$950,000. Can I have you lock in that answer, please?
I will lock in that answer.
Awesome. All right, Cody, over to you, man. You were going to guess how much this piece of land cost. Where's your radar sending you?
On Park City, Utah, I'm going to put it at $1 million.
All right, so you're one up in your business partner here by about $50,000. So what about this land makes you think that it cost $1 million?
I've just heard that Park City is one of the big places to go skiing and snowboarding, so I have a feeling that the people that are buying there to build are going to be pretty well-off, affluent individuals that can pay that premium.
Yeah, this is a major vacation destination, so I would imagine that land is quite the commodity here. Are you locking in your $1 million bid here?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, well, I actually happen to have the answer to this, and the price for this piece of land is $460,000, meaning that Christian is taking away the first point of the game.
I quit now. I win.
Honestly, I got to give it to both of you. I probably wouldn't have been super far myself, just given that Park City, Utah is a very big place where people go to travel. I know that the cost to build out there can be relatively high at times as well. There's a lot of land out in Utah, but it is a prime, especially in a place like Park City where people are going out there to go ski. It's a very resort-like place, so the land is expensive, but not quite $1 million expensive. So $460,000. Now we have our frame of reference locked in for the next two properties. So let's get into property number two. Property number two is going to be Sevierville, Tennessee. Purchase year is 2022. The bed bath is a 4-bedroom, 6-bath home, and it's 3,532 square feet, all right? So remember, this was purchased in 2022, not this year. 2022 was, right sort of at the height of the Smoky Mountains, I would say. Maybe that could paint a picture of where we were at that time. But, since Christian has the advantage here, I'm actually going to let Cody get started here first. So Cody, what is your guess for this 4-bedroom, 6-bath house on how much it would cost to acquire a little beauty like this?
Do we have any acreage on this land by chance?
We don't have any acreage on this land specifically, but at this point, now you're going to be judging this more on the actual improvement, which is the house itself on the land.
Okay. Well, I'm going to make an assumption that it has some land, so I'm going to put it at $1,450,000.
$1,450,000,
Right.
so $1.45 million. Looking at this, I'm gonna say, look, I happen to have a little bit of insight into the Smoky Mountains. I would gather to say that the land here is probably like 0.25 acres max. Does that change your bid at all?
Yeah, I have no idea about that area because I've never been. So I'll put it at $799,000.
Oh wow, I really swayed you that much, huh?
People like their land if they're buying stuff like this.
Yeah, that's totally understandable. But I will say in the Smoky Mountains, it is a lot more about the actual house than the land, surprisingly. All right, well, locked in at $799,000.
Sure.
Okay, Christian.
All right.
You are up, my man.
Cody and I actually just...
What are you feeling?
Yeah, we actually just did a presentation over in Nashville, and I drove over to the Smoky Mountains right after that. So I have the advantage of being there for one full day of my life.
Okay.
I know nothing about prices, and this is a cool house. I'm going to say to own something like this, I feel like you still don't own something this cool for less than $1 million. So I'm going to come in right at $1 million.
Right at $1 million. Okay, well, that's a solid guess too. So we're coming in here, it looks like it's a newer build, and it's all lined in pine, tongue, and groove. A little bit more on the luxury side compared to a lot of the stuff that I see out there these days. So we've got you locked in at $1 million, right?
I'm pretty sure that it was exactly $1 million.
You're pretty sure that it was exactly $1 million. A lot of words there that contradict, but I love it. All right, you guys are both locked in. We got Cody at $799,000, Christian at exactly $1 million. The purchase price for this amazing log cabin in Sevierville, Tennessee is $1.25 million. That gives the point over to Christian once again. Christian, how does it feel to be on top 2 times in a row?
Well, it feels like I just won a 50-50 2 times.
That's right. And at least you know that deep down inside, A lot of people come in, they're like, I'm skilled, I've got this, I've been in short-term rentals, but really, you don't really know unless you've purchased a home in the market. So it's important for you to understand that. Honestly, fellas, you guys are both correct, just depending on when you would have put that offer in. Because if you would have put that offer in 2020, you more than likely would have locked this house down at $799,000. But once the pandemic came about, for some reason, the Smoky specifically just really blew up. Housing prices went up there. And so that's why you see it now at closer to 1.25. So, really, it's just a timing thing there. But these days, I am seeing a lot of these still going for that $1.25 million. They're holding steady at that. They're not going too much more than that for something like this. But good guess on both of you. And Cody, don't be too down. I have a feeling that this next one, you're going to knock out of the park. But before we get to the final property and the price of the property is wrong, I want to say a quick word from our sponsor. Don't be like Christian, Cody, and I guessing a property's price. If you want the right price on cash-flowing turnkey properties, check out RentToRetirement. We're talking turnkey properties, as in buy property, sit back, and collect rent. They have single-family, multifamily, commercial, and new build properties available in the best markets throughout the United States to maximize cash flow, appreciation, and equity so you can reach financial freedom faster. To learn more, visit RentToRetirement.com. That's RentToRetirement.com, or call 800-311-6781. Now on to our final property. And I'm actually familiar with this property myself, specifically because I own it. All right, so let's flip over to property number 3 here, located in the booming town of Scottsdale, Arizona. Ah, yes, this is a majestic beauty, sitting on 5 acres. I can give you that information. Purchase year was 2022. It's a 7-bedroom home, 9 baths, 6,177 square feet, equipped with a casita, equipped with 2 garages, 4 parking stalls, and a pool. On top of that, it's even got 3 pickleball courts. So with that, let's see, who's got the advantage here? Well, I think Christian's got the advantage here, but I said Cody was going to knock it home, but I think we got to get Christian the disadvantage here since he's up too. So Christian, you got to get started here first, pal. What do you think this amazing croissant that you see in front of you was purchased for back in 2022?
Okay, based on the inputs, this is the most impressive property so far, but...
Thank you. You kind of have to say that because you know I own it, but that's okay.
Also, let me just look at this thing. It's ridiculous. Let's see. I know that the investor who bought it knows how to negotiate a good deal, so the purchase price might not reflect how nice it looks now, because I know you also know how to renovate a property.
True. That's true. These are actually the photos from when we purchased the property. That's not what it currently looks like.
Really? Because this already looks really cool. So...
Yeah. We spruced it up.
Boy, Scottsdale's ridiculous. That's been one of the hottest markets for a while. It's finally cooled off a tiny bit this year, but I mean, that has been like last decade, Scottsdale's the place to be.
That's right. Yeah, it's been on the up and up for a while.
How many square feet did you say this thing was?
6,177 square feet.
And you got to factor for pickleball. Everyone loves pickleball.
Yeah, but I will say, it is important to note that pickleball court was deteriorated when we bought it, and then we recently had it refinished, okay? So it was a bit of a dilapidated pickleball court.
Okay, dilapidated pickleball court, recently renovated. I'm going to say that you picked this up at a fantastic deal for $1.6 million.
$1.6 million. Wow, right on the money. Or is it? How do you feel about that? You want to lock it in, or do you want to give it a couple seconds to think it through?
Let's
lock it in. You know, you had your chance.
I'm now committed.
And you blew it, Christian. All right, Cody. You have the distinct advantage of having his number as the first point of reference. What would you guess this little Spanish architectural beauty would cost back in 2022 in one of the hottest booming markets in the US of A?
I'd put it at 215.
215 million dollars.
There you go.
Now
You're
that
rich.
is really on the opposite end.
Just like that. 2,150,000. I have a feeling that you're going to be at north of 2.
All right, 2.15. Final answer?
Final answer.
Would you like to phone a friend?
Christian?
I think it's lower.
There's a bit of an unconventional take there, but yeah, I like it.
Rob's too good of a negotiator. It's going to be 1.6.
All right, fellas. Well, I happen to know exactly what this property was purchased for, and unfortunately, both of you were incorrect. But Cody was closer because the purchase price for this home was $3.25 million.
No way.
A little over 500 a foot.
Yeah, I mean, you got to keep in mind, we got an entire 6,000 square foot home here, 4,500 or so in the front house. And it's got an entire 2-2 casita in the back. The backyard is sort of this oasis full of plants and trees and I mean, it's amazing back there. You can even see the palm trees from there, and you're overlooking the mountains. So really, this is kind of a one-of-a-kind opportunity to own out in Scottsdale. Someone just sent me a listing in Scottsdale not too long ago for just 5 acres of land right next door for $1.8 million.
Oh my goodness.
So it's kind of crazy how the prices are actually holding steady out there. But needless to say, you know, even though Cody showed heart in the final hours, Christian is still taking this one home because he won the first 2. And statistically, it was impossible for him to lose this. But still, we appreciate the effort from both of our friends here. Cody, I'm going to give you a couple seconds here to kind of speak your heart to the audience and get your final words out there.
All right. Well, when I heard Christian's number start with a 1, I knew if I guessed close to 2, I could get at least 1 point. Because nothing in Scottsdale like this is going under $2 million.
Yep.
You did a good job on that purchase. It's a beautiful asset.
Christian, do you have any final words as the victor of this episode of The Price of the Property is Wrong?
Well, Similar to Cody's victory, the first one was a 50-50. I had absolutely no idea, nor did Cody, on land value. So that was a coin toss. I guessed $1 million because I just felt like that property in the Smokies, $1 million was a safe bet. I felt it had to go over 1, kind of like Cody felt this had to go for more than 2. We locked it in. We got a lucky roll. We'll compete again.
We thank you for joining us today. Thanks to everyone at home for watching our show. Be sure to tune in next time for another exciting episode of The Price of the Property is Wrong. Be sure to like and subscribe to this channel to be the first to learn about new releases from BiggerPockets. Also, check out RentToRetirement at RentToRetirement.com or call 800-311-6781. See you on the next one, everyone.